It is an honour and a sincere pleasure to share a few brief remarks with many friends today on the occasion of Korea's National Day. I am very grateful for the invitation to contribute to this important event in your national calendar, and it serves to highlight the ever closer links between our two nations, which is indeed a cause of celebration. A great geographical distance on the atlas may separate us, but I am glad to report that we see increasingly closer links between Ireland and the Republic of Korea on many levels. As Ceann Comhairle, I wish to assure you all on this special day that I will continue to play my part in strengthening the strong links between us, particularly at parliamentary level. The past 18 months has shown us that we work better when we work together in close, friendly cooperation as individuals, as communities, and as nations. The fight against COVID-19 is truly global, and it is worth repeating that none of us is safe until all of us are safe. I commend our friends in the Korean Embassy in Dublin, led by His Excellency Mr. Ji Hwan Kwan, for their continuing efforts to promote the many shared interests we have and seek to promote. I have had the pleasure of meeting the ambassador and discussing ways in which our two nations can promote closer cooperation. I assure you all that, as Ceann Comhairle, my door is always open to our many friends from the Republic of Korea in finding practical and creative ways to forge closer links. I remember with pleasure the visit of two Korean members of their Parliament's Friendship Group to Ireland a number of years ago. These practical person-to-person connections are what bring us closer together, and I strongly support closer links of this nature. And our two nations have many issues in common. We have experienced the shared pain of divided territory and the suspicion and fear that that can cause. Our two nations have long promoted international friendship and cooperation. Ireland has the honour of currently serving a 2-year term on the Security Council of the United Nations, and we will use this important opportunity to promote global fairness, equality and peace. As a small and neutral country, Ireland has long played a peacekeeping role in international affairs, notably in its Defence Force's long and distinguished service with the United Nations in many troubled regions. Like the Republic of Korea, we are anxious to find considered, fair and thoughtful solutions to regional conflict, and I would welcome an opportunity to meet with Korean parliamentarians to discuss our common interest in promoting global governance and promotion of freedom of expression. Education is of huge importance to us both, and I warmly welcome the ever closer cooperation between Ireland and Korea on a range of educational projects. Ireland welcomes many Korean students to Ireland, and I know there are increasing numbers of Irish exploring the rich culture, history and vibrant economy of Korea. Young Irish have travelled to Korea to teach, and I suspect that many Koreans speak excellent English with a strong Irish accent. It would be remiss of me, when discussing Irish-Korean relations, not to mention the many Irish missionary priests and nuns who made a new life for themselves in Korea. In bygone days, when social media, emails and even telephones didn't exist, these Irish men and Irish women arrived into a new, vibrant but very different culture. Many spent the rest of their lives among their new neighbours and communities, and many are now buried in their beloved adopted homeland. We remember those Irish of an older generation who sought to learn as much about their new Korean homeland as they sought to share of their own Irish experience and knowledge. Nowadays, in our new global village, travel between our two nations is far simpler. I would like to see closer cooperation between Ireland and Korea in the area of tourism. We also have the potential to strengthen links in the fields of education, trade, agriculture and diplomacy. We have achieved much, but let us take this opportunity of Korea's National Day to renew our efforts to achieve even more for the benefit of both nations, and more importantly, of both our peoples. As Ceann Comhairle, I stand ready to assist in this regard and look forward to closer, tangible cooperation between Ireland and Korea. Once again, my renewed thanks for the gracious invitation from His Excellency the Ambassador and his team in the Embassy to share a few thoughts with you today. I hope these dark clouds of COVID will soon lift and we will be able to celebrate Korea's National Day in person next year. In the meantime, warmest good wishes to our many Korean friends and the many Irish friends of Korea. Thank you.